The next vote is for Ashleigh.
I was gut punched, when Reazo was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna vote with them, and there'll be 4 on you," and that's when it was like, "Wait, what?"
The next vote is for Emily, which is enough. Emily, I'm sorry, you have been voted out.
I think that somebody had a part to play, or Rizzo's playing this, because I'm like, ain't no way Emily didn't vote. You know what I'm saying? And I know for damn sure, I had to even think back in my mind. I'm like, I know I told you Ashley, and I know Rita definitely did. So I was just like, Emily was maybe the target they needed to get out, but I was just like, damn.
Okay, well, it's been a pleasure to play with everybody, and I wish you all the best.
Wow.
And
Bye,
not
Emily.
personal at all.
Bye, Emily. I don't even know. And I feel like Emily thinks that I probably had something to do with her going, which is like, kind of true, but it wasn't ideal. It wasn't what I was trying to do.
Wow.
What a crazy vote.
I don't even get it. That was a trip. That was definitely a trip. Because, yeah, I don't know how that works, but I mean, I kind of know, but I don't know how that actually works.
I'm just like, I need a moment to sit down and just rearrange my thoughts after that.
Nah, somebody
And Tabitha wasn't here to vote, right? Tabitha didn't vote.
Somebody's
And then Rita blocked her vote.
And then who?
So
Yo.
for Emily.
Well, we can say who voted for who. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys want to be upfront.
I told
Ashley.
I voted for Dom.
Because I told Ashley straight, Ashley, we had a one-on-one. I told you straight up, I'm voting Ashley tonight. That was my vote.
No, okay. That's okay. Thank you.
I voted for Ashley. Rita, what did you vote for?
No, bro, you did not vote. 2 of you are claiming you voted for Ashley, but there was 1 vote Ashley. I was
There
the
was
one
2 votes Ashley. No,
Nick said 1 vote Ashley.
No, he didn't. No.
No, he said 2. I was the second one.
Even when Emily was like, and I look back, I hope, that Reazo was being honest, and I'm thinking to myself like, no, something about all of this is not feeling, on the up and up. So at that point, I knew he was really working both sides.
1 vote Ashley, guys. That was me.
What is this? Nick, what are you talking about? Hold up, Nick. I know.
No, I voted, unless it was switched, I voted, so
Dom,
there could have been a vote switch.
There was 2 votes on you, Dom.
No, but I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Nick, I
don't think there was a switch. I don't know.
There was a vote switch, because I definitely voted for her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There had to be a switch thing, because I know I definitely did that. So how did that shit happen?
I'm sorry, Dom. Neither one of you talk anything with me, so I don't have to answer any of your questions.
Oh, I wasn't asking you a question.
I'm part of the group, and I'm saying I don't have to answer it. I'm not going to answer it.
I'm just saying,
I've been waiting for an answer out of me. It's not like I'm not mad at Reazo personally. It was a game, and he thought that he could, manipulate the situation and utilize me to take out his target. And thankfully, I walked with the spirit, and the spirit with the spirit in me, connected to the spirit of this game. And I was able to maneuver a little bit and save myself at least one more round. Hey, Susan.
Good to see you.
I'm so blessed to see you. I'm so thankful to see you. Yes. That was wild.
Yeah. That was crazy.
And remember I told you Reazo told me to play it?
Yeah, he lied, right?
He lied to me.
Yeah, he did. I know. He goes, I voted. He goes, I voted Ashley. I'm like, oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? Like
he was trying to cover his tracks. But what's even funnier is I realized when he came to me and said, I need to know if you have an advantage. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you don't have to tell. Remember I was telling you all that? And and I said, he was like, well, what is it? And I told him. He was like, yes. I'm gonna vote for you, so there's gonna be 4 on you. And I'm just like,
what?
Wait, what? And he's like, and you
Yeah.
gotta vote Rita. And I was like, I am not taking out his target. Like, what?
Yeah. Wow.
You were talking. We're supposed to all be working together, and you were talking with them about.
Right.
voting me.
He totally flipped out. I mean, he didn't do what we did. You know what I mean?
And that's so messed up because we all voted him to have the immunity. You know, even Susan at one point said she would ride with me as far as she could. So I'm not naive to the fact that, you know, at any given moment I can still be voted off. Okay, Mary. So I am so glad. So you know I played my advantage of the flip a vote. So they 4 voted for me.
Yep. Exactly.
And there was this advantage that Rita was holding, which that also got used.
Yeah, on Tabitha. So that was perfect too.
I still have a switch of votes, so we can. You know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
Remember? Yeah. So you guys got to let me know what the heck. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I was like, no, hey, just hold on. I was
Yeah. Well, I'm just letting you know. So I'm just letting you know.
Yes, thank you.
That'll help us. You know what I mean? That'll help us. You know.
Also, in the last 1-to-1 chat, well, no, it was not a 1-to-1. It was a shack chat, but it was just me and Dom. I told him that, like, I think Reazo is playing both sides.
Reazo.
Yeah, he is.
He told Reazo. Reazo was like, Ashleigh, did you hear that? Mary told Dom that that she didn't trust me. I said, wait, but listen how I played it off so smooth. I said, what? He said, Mary told Dom she didn't trust me. I looked at him, I said, Dom was right there. I said, Dom told you that's what Mary said? He said, yes. I said, no, that doesn't sound like something Mary would say. And I'm supposed to believe Dom? No, Reazo. And I was like, I'll be back. And I left. Like, I know exactly why Mary did it. Mary did it because she had to tell Dom somebody that wasn't him. And since Reazo was doing all the little sneaky movie.
Yeah, he is. Yep. Now he's only got Rita and whoever, I guess maybe Tabitha, but Tabitha's on you guys' side, right?
Mary, what do you think? I think as soon as Tabitha finds out what happened, she is definitely about to. She was. Go ahead.
I've already asked out.
Yeah, I think Tabitha will also follow suit.
I don't think he's actually that close with Rita and Dom, but he's just siding with who he thought to be the stronger team, which may be, for all I know.
Hey Dom, you're probably like, oh no, Sue.
No, it's not good to know what's going on. What's going on with you?
That was weird yesterday. I don't know what happened there. I mean,
yeah.
I voted for you just only because you voted for me in the very beginning. You know what I mean? Like, but you're not going anywhere anyway, you know. But at the Emily thing, I don't get that at all.
I didn't get that either. That was.
How could that be? Like, who would have voted on her?
That's what I'm saying. I was shocked. Maybe Reazo switched, but I definitely didn't think. Emily that's the only thing I could think about because I'm thinking like Emily's kind of like quiet, like she was, you know. It was very surprising to me that Emily was short. I can see like that I'm one. You know, we voted, but that's what I'm saying. When Emily got voted out, it was more like, and even with Tabitha, like I don't even really know how Tabitha is.
Right? Why wouldn't Tabitha? Yeah, right.
You know, she didn't show up, so it was just more like that. Kind of just more threw me for the loop.
What's up?
What are you in? Who you in? Like the most
guys? I'm
ever.
out. I'm gonna be out all night, so I showed up though. I'm showing up, trying to do my.
You part. Like where you going? What you doing?
Man, I'm at a party.
Oh. Reazo, what's going on, man? Did you really?
Bro, Dom, I swear to God, I told in Susan too. I literally told Ashleigh, I'm voting you tonight. It's no ill will, but. You said you voted Ashleigh too, or?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, Reazo, for real. Did you vote that, or did you?
Yes, I swear to God. No, I swear to God, I voted
so
Ashleigh.
Did somebody have some way of changing the vote?
But listen, I know. But listen, Dom, I know there's an advantage in the game that does allow the votes to be swapped at some point. So I'm not sure if that was that. But if I don't think Rita, you see, like the three of us are saying we voted Ashleigh, but I don't think that Rita would lie about it as well if someone else was lying. So I
You
think
know, I
that's something
definitely.
happening.
That's what I'm saying. We can play.
Well, I voted for Dom. I told Dom I voted for
Yeah,
Dom.
yeah,
Yeah.
Susan. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I figured. I
and
definitely
nothing
didn't
wrong
think
with
it was
that.
gonna be Emily. I was
Honesty
thinking
is
it was gonna be
key.
me, and that's the only reason I used it. I figured like everybody's gonna vote me because I had one too, and I know
Yeah.
me and Susan had it. But I was just not thinking it was gonna be Emily. So I think the number will have to be Tabitha, right? Because I think Susan's kind of well, shit. I don't know what now that this has changed. Now I think Reazo might be the target because he's trying to go so many sides. So if that is the case, then it's gonna be maybe trying to bring Susan back or kind of see what Tabitha is. Tabitha's kind of I don't know, she's kind of on Space Island. Mary's kind of real kind of loyal there. So I mean that's gonna be the key. But either way, like I said, as long as I win, then shit, I ain't worried about nothing else.
Ashleigh, what a crazy night last night.
Yeah,
That was
Reazo.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was a
Definitely. I was definitely thinking the same thing.
crazy vote.
What that
Yeah,
is.
those 4 votes. 4 votes on that one person. That was wild.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
Ashleigh, I
wild.
told you before the vote. You know, I was gonna vote you. So
Yeah, but the reason you told me before the vote was it would no. If he feels that he orchestrated votes in my favor in hopes that I had an advantage, that was a big risk for my game. Is what I'm saying. He didn't know that I had anything when he agreed to say my name with them.
yeah, we can touch back on the one-on-one.
It definitely would because I definitely picked up on something in the moment, and that's how I knew I need to check in with what leads me because. Yeah.
Oh, so you thought I was like lying?
I know. It is exactly the way it was told.
Opposite?
The way you told it to me, told the story.
Oh.
In the manner in which you told the story.
All right. Is that like bad or positive?
However you receive it. I don't know. I just like I said, I was able to hear what you were saying, to process it.
I'm pretty sure Ashleigh used the swap, but I think they might have went for Emily because like when I was talking to Ashleigh yesterday, she was like, it was the way you said it or something. And I didn't know how to process that, so I asked, is it negative or positive? She was like, it's the way you wanted to, like, you know, just like very, very, very shade, a lot of shade going on. Man. I'm not digging it.
You know what? Honestly, I'm not gonna lie and say that if we're in tribal and Rita gets cocky like she did last time, for whatever reason, I can't say that I won't tell her that Reazo was quick to throw her under the bus while they're trying to say they're legend strong. You know, the next time I hear something about legend strong, I might just crack. Not from Nick, because Nick might say it just to get me to crack.
Of course.
One of the players have to say it. They have to say it, and I might just say, no. You guys are about as strong as your votes on Susan. Oh, what is that supposed to mean? Reazo, why don't you tell them?
I think he's playing both sides. I think he's seeing if he could take Rita or Dom out, but doing so in a very discreet manner.
Bro, who's so
played us? Reazo is flip flops. It's either one or the other. They either switch the votes or because I'm thinking, damn.
Well, what was Emily's vote?
That's exactly what I'm saying. It had to be switched because I'm like, I know for sure I voted.
I voted for Ashleigh.
And I know you voted, so at least it would have been 3.
So I'm thinking the plan is, because I still have that safety, one of you and I have to win immunity tonight.
Oh yeah, we gotta win.
If not, then I will, and say if I win, then I'll give you that. Because it's not an immunity, but it's like you'll be safe, but you can't vote.
Okay.
So that's what it is. So yeah, or if you win, then I'll use it.
Yeah,
and they can battle that out.
I heard them, like, I jumped on, they're like, oh, it's us 4, but I'm like, who's the 4th? It was Susan, Mary, and Ashleigh talking. And I think they were talking about me and you. So it was just like, is Reazo on that? Because Tabitha wasn't even there. So it's just like, okay.
What's really funny is like Susan and like Reazo are just a pawn.
Yes, exactly. They have damn near been, that's what I'm saying, they're damn near going to be manipulated by, them.
Yeah.
Y'all damn near y'all jump for them, and what you think they're gonna eventually do? They're gonna throw your ass out.
Exactly.
You should have stayed with the original. Like Susan was like, I love you voted for me. I'm like, that was so long ago. I'm like,
Well, that's the funny.
What in place? Like, what you
That's
saying?
the funny part is like they think that we like never included Susan on our team, but I've never voted for Susan.
I did. I would have voted for Susan. She didn't even. Jason was like, we should vote Susan. And at first, I'm like, why would we do that? Like,
Yeah. That's like that was my whole thing. Is like I would have got out Mary Ashleigh first. Like,
that's exactly what I was thinking. But Susan flipped it like, Jason, you don't let me pick. So I'm like, damn. Like I was just like, why is she kind of
either that or she just didn't speak up. But that's like my whole thing is like, don't play the victim when you're over here being the villain, because like that's just for me, like that's shady, dude. That's
exactly.
So
That's what I said. I said that. I just said that to them. I was like, keep it all the way behind. Like I said, I voted for you. I was like, Reazo's out here. He's young go out and free. So maybe he played us. Exactly. But I was like, he better played us. I was like, because Emily though, I see her. She was about to cry. I was like, damn. I didn't think it would be Emily though.
Bro, I was like, damn. I was
like,
wondering about Reazo because he kept asking about you, and I was like, Dom's cool. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on? Like, I was like, every time he asked about you, I was like, no, Dom's cool. He's with us.
Yeah. Then I was like, yo. He's like, no. He's like, and then he's like, actually, I told you I was voting for you. And I'm like, she's like, no, but the way you said it, I have to go back and decipher what you were saying. I'm like, this has been lying the whole time. Like,
I'm telling you, bro, he's been playing both sides.
He's been playing, exactly. That's what I was like. When you watch, he's in bed. You gonna get slices in the back doing that.
I told them like you have that stealthy vibe about you.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
That was
Your guy, I could barely see your face, Reazo. What do you wear? Are you wearing a do-rag?
Sorry, guys. I'm out. I'm not home, so it's kind of like hard. It's too dark.
All right. Before this challenge, we have the final twist of the season. Where that tonight,
are we like all frozen?
Make a choice before the challenge.
Okay.
But tonight, you can either choose to play for immunity. If you are not feeling safe and you want to play for immunity tonight, you could play for immunity tonight. Or if you're feeling froggy and think you could survive the vote this go around, you could play for future safety.
Is it future immunity or the present?
You can play for immunity this round, which means that this final 7 vote, you will be safe if you win immunity. Or you could take a risk and play for future safety. Now, what that means, nobody's going to know until after this round. So if you're taking that risk, if that is what you decide, you are to either text me right now, keep it a secret, if you want to play for immunity tonight, or play for a future safety, whatever that might mean. So you will be playing for whatever you chose. We'll be playing a video game type deal. We'll have 10 minutes to screenshot your score. This is the most hated game by past players because it's laggy, it's terrible, it crashes, it's so annoying.
So bad.
All right, to keep whoever chose the future twist a secret, I'm not revealing scores. I will just be saying tonight who won the immunity, or from the people that played for immunity, because not everybody played for immunity tonight.
Oh, hold up. Did Emily get voted off last night?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just like, we're missing somebody, and then I was like, I wasn't here last night. What happened?
All right, the winner of immunity tonight, out of everybody that played for immunity tonight, was, of course, Dom. Dom, you have won immunity. You are safe.
Yeah. Damn it, I thought I saw. I was looking at Rita's face and it looked like she said "Go Dom," and I was like, "Yeah, I gotta pull that shit out."
Hey, at least he's safe one more round. I mean, I'm not gonna see what's going to happen next round.
He's a strong player. I'm not surprised. Like he's a strong player, but I mean, it is a little worrisome in the sense of like him being a top player, and I feel like he's got a lot of influence over Rita for sure.
Whoever won the future twist that will be revealed if they survive this round.
Now it's like Dom has another immunity.
Right.
I don't know who I'm actually gonna vote out, but I think Reazo kind of like did some weird trip, so I think maybe he's on my list for. Dom can't be voted out, so I'm gonna have to think of somebody. Yep. I know he had it 3 times now.
He is definitely a great competitor and somebody who is saving his way to the end. Like everything that happened yesterday was just like, oh, hit me like a ton of bricks, and I don't even know why. It's like fun. It's like this like jumping out of a plane, I think. Like, woo, I'm here for the ride. But oh my god, the ride is so crazy, you know. So I mean, he won immunity prayerfully, you know. If the people that I'm working with still feel like there are other people on the board that we can vote, then that's how it's going to go. But honestly, we're so close to the end of the game, I wouldn't be surprised if at any point they decide to vote me because maybe they feel like next to me they can't win. I don't know.
Well, I do have that switch a vote. You know what I mean? So what shall we do with that?
We can't trust Reazo.
No, we can't now. You know what I mean? Not after that. I didn't even understand that.
And then that was the other thing. He was like, and I told you, remember Ashleigh? And I was like, no, you right. He only told me because I told him, because he came and was like, what do you have? Do you have anything? And I was like, yeah, I do. Because like I'm working with you, so I'm going to be honest with him. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, what is it? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. And I'm like, as a switcher vote. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to vote with them. And it's going to be 4 on you. And I'm like.
Well, maybe it worked out. I mean, did it work out like that, or?
That's exactly how the conversation went, which meant that he knew they were voting me.
Okay.
So I feel like if he was really working with us, he would have come into the conversation and said, "Hey, they're voting you. Is there anything that you have to save yourself?"
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might have been on it. Yeah. But who they're gonna vote for this time? You think? Dom or Rita?
They both. I mean, they'll probably vote for me again. They shot last time. So
then we have to figure out how I'm going to switch the vote.
Mm-hmm. So do you think they'll be comfortable voting Reazo, or do you think they're going to want Rita gone? Because I don't care one or the other.
You mean Mary and Tabitha, you mean? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe.
So basically by the time we finish talking to each one of them, if they're giving us points about voting Rita off instead, I'm down.
I'm down too then. Yeah, I am, because I mean it has to be coming. I mean they got to be going down, and then Dom would be the only one left over there, and then Reazo would have to worry about him. Yeah. Everything I am probably listening to her too much, but it's got me this far in a sense. But that doesn't mean I have to keep listening to her though. We're trying to figure out who would be the best one. Either she was saying, I said Reazo, and then she said maybe Rita too. So like, it all depends on what you guys like. If you and Tabitha, we were all gonna try to just stay together and see how we felt about that, you know. And because Dom he has the immunity, so that's. I guess we can just all decide, you know.
I'm wondering if Reazo does too, because he did one time. He did one immunity once. So I'm just wondering, because Rita technically hasn't won a challenge yet, but
right. However you guys want to do it, I'm thinking, maybe Reazo. He's got tricks up his sleeve all the time.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I think it's really a 50-50 anyway at this point, because don't really know what they have right now.
Yeah, right.
Dom is more likely to protect Rita over Reazo. They have a very strong bond.
well, technically we could just pick one and then see what happens and then possibly flip vote on the other. So like we could vote for Reazo, but then like see like what are their other teams' votes like, and then may possibly can do a flip if it's needed on Rita, if that makes sense.
Yes. Because who do you think they're gonna vote for? Do you think they're gonna try to come after me again, or do you think they're gonna try to? Emily was pushing Tabitha, so I think they're threatened by all of us. Honestly, they might try to come for me again, but what do you think?
It's hard to say. To be honest, it's hard to say right now.
We're down to the wire, and I think it's what's best for everyone's game at this point. We're down to the nitty gritty. I literally seen this vote coming, like not knowing what to do. Like that's what I was panicking about. Nobody likes situations where you don't know what to do.
Yeah, what happened was they Reazo or whatever voted Ashleigh out, and that was not like we thought he was on our side or whatever, but yeah, so he totally he switched up, and then thank God Ashleigh had like a switch a vote or whatever, so she used that to save herself actually, and that
that's good.
Turned around and then got Emily out because Ashleigh probably can explain it better to you, but now we're tripping because we don't know where we should, you know what I mean? Now Reazo's like, he kind of like is playing both sides definitely. So we're kind of like, we don't know now who's gonna, Dom's got the advantage for tomorrow vote, you know what I mean? So we're just like, we were trying to figure out if it should be Rita or it should be Reazo. We don't know.
Honestly, I'm surprised, and it sounds like Ashleigh and Rita have been battling, so I don't really know what to make of the situation. Yeah, because I personally, like, I know for myself, I don't trust Dom. I think that, like, depending, because like he's tried to deflect it on you, and I've had conversations with Ashleigh, and Ashley's like, no, like, you and I and Susan and Mary are good. And I was like, I can't see Susan voting me out, and if she did, I would feel very surprised with that. And so I was like, the only other person that I would leave is Dom. It's hard because I think the players that are still left, I'm still trying to figure out who is trustworthy right now. Like, I'm kind of still at a toss-up between either Susan and Dom in terms of who voted me out with Muggsy and Dar, because I do still feel there's somebody that potentially voted me out with those other two. Where's your guys' heads at? Like, Dom's obviously safe. Are you guys like running up on Rita? Is that kind of like?
Well, Mary was saying Reazo because he switched up on Ashleigh. I you know what I mean? But it would be either of those two, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Like, Reazo's been cool to me all along, so I don't know. But I did see how he switched up on Ashleigh, and that's like, who knows what he would do now?
I don't know. Susan's like, she's still, even though she does want to work with me, like, the conversation wasn't really clear for me. Like, I still feel she's sketchy. It was just not like a clear channel for me where her head's like completely at. So who was kind of like on the chopping block last week before Emily? Like, where
I think it was.
Where's your head at?
I think it was against Ashleigh. I mean, just because Susan and Ashleigh are pretty close. Ashleigh and I haven't just had been to jail much.
Yeah.
I think it's just, and Mary's kind of quiet, right? Somebody's not telling us who also voted for you when it was.
And that's what I'm still trying to figure out too.
Exactly. I'm like, somebody's lying. Somebody's not saying that, and it's just like, and I think it was either Mary or Ashleigh. I just haven't had time to really connect with them. So.
Right.
Or why are they not saying it? I'm like, wow, somebody's definitely gonna. It's like the film don't lie. The film won't lie once it's out. So
yeah, and Mary, I feel that from her too. Like, she's super quiet. She's super hard to read. So I'm like, I don't know if it was Mary. I don't know if it was Susan, but I do know like Muggsy and Dar were like, without a doubt, they were working together. And like for whatever reason, she targeted me. And then that whole bullshit spiel the next day where she's like, oh, it was deliberate. I'm like, whatever. Like,
yeah, I was like, you can't go.
I don't understand her game plan on that, but I'm like, okay, like at the end of the day, like whatever. Mary, I don't I don't really know where I stand with her. Like Ashleigh says that we're good, but again, based off of conversations that I've had with Mary, I don't really know where she stands. Like she's super quiet. She's so hard to read. I feel like I'm still good with Rita, and I feel like I'm good with Ashleigh. So I kind of feel like I'm in between worlds right now. Yeah, and like, so how are you feeling about like Rita and Reazo? Like where, because I know you guys were like originally like in that group, and
me and
like,
Rita's
where are you
close.
guys?
I don't know if Rizzo's playing both sides. You know, he's such a young kid. So I don't know. He was saying some things, but I think he might be kind of double dipping. So,
I think so too. I'm glad that you brought that up.
Because that's what I'm saying. I was just, because I felt like if I didn't win the challenge, I felt they was gonna try to vote me out. I knew I had to win. I knew they was gonna come for me. Shit. I knew when our plan broke up, I was just like, so I don't want to challenge block, so just want to go home. And I don't know where you side with them, but I know that, you know, Susie sometimes is kind of random, but I think she goes a lot with what Ashleigh says. And obviously Ashleigh and Rita don't go together, so it kind of makes this a very interesting vote, because I think Rita has something she can play, so she can be voted out, but then I don't know what then will be the choice. It's either switching Tabitha out, like trying to get Tabitha with us, and then maybe Reazo will kind of come back. But I mean, he's kind of a wild boy. You know?
Like, was that something that came from exile, or?
I think that either exile or because she won a challenge. I'm not sure, but I think that can kind of keep that. But then it's just like, where does it go, right? Because Reazo's kind of in the air. I don't know how you feel about them, but it's just like the vote was going to be 7, right? The 7 of us.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it's just like, how do you figure out? You know what I'm saying? What's going to be the vote? That was a little bit all over the place a little bit. I think I was trying to kind of steer her into kind of leaning towards how the vote is. I think, you know what I'm saying, I think she was kind of mentioning Reazo as far as kind of his, you know, jumping in back and forth. So, I mean, Tabitha obviously has she's just kind of random. She's the most random person in the game next to Mary. So, I mean, I don't not trust her, but she's definitely someone I just kind of, she's just kind of floating in the game, but she's not really like a big target to me at the same time. So I could see where the Muggsy Dar thing was happening. She's kind of just kind of bouncing around.
Hey, what's up? I know. I was like, I missed Thursdays. I was like, oh shit. I'm sure it sounds like lots has happened. Like I was supposed to chat with you, and then Emily got voted out, and I was like, what the hell's happening?
Right. So, like, I don't even know where to start. Reazo will start like giving sketch vibes. You know, me and you had kind of talked about like we weren't really sure. You know, like we felt like we even talked about we like handle him like he was a little innocent baby. You know.
Yeah.
And basically, like your absence unleashed a terrible. And we voted him. We gave him immunity. You know, showing him we were all like working with him, right? He was still working with them. Whoever said it in the beginning he was probably a spy was right.
Because I know Muggsy and Dar, like they were working together, right? And I talked to Dom, and somebody's lying because Dom's dropping Susan's name, and I'm like, because like you guys don't know that I'm as tight with them as like I am, and you guys don't know that. And so Dom's like, yeah, I don't know, man, somebody's lying, like it's Susan. And I'm like, I think you voted me out, and he's got immunity. Because he's somebody that I'm like, okay, it's Dom, it's between Dom and Rita for me right now. Okay. Reazo, I can tell that he's playing both sides. So I just talked to Dom, and Dom and I like I think he thinks that I'm on their team because he's like, yeah, I don't know. He name dropped you and he name dropped Mary, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
All they kept saying was legend strong because see, they had the 4 votes on me. I didn't realize how much Tabitha I think was also working. No, I did. When me and Mary went to the other team, I had my suspicions that Rita and Tabitha were going to be working very closely together because I had that conversation with Rita, and you know, me and Tabitha got along pretty well. Me and Rita were okay. And so like Reazo said, you know, we got along. So it wasn't surprising that they were working together.
I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Susan is I'm tight, like not tight, but I'm on both boards right now. So Reazo, Emily, and Rita thought that I was working with them. Dom, I didn't know where his head was at because I didn't talk to him up until 2 days ago. And then there's like you, Mary, myself, and Susan. And so when I talked to Dom, his head's voting out Reazo. He's like on the fence. He's like, I don't know. I just like don't know if I can trust him. I think he's going back and forth, but I know he's also targeting Ashleigh and Mary. And Dom's like, yeah, I'm targeting Ashleigh and Mary. And I kind of tried to pivot that and was like, okay, let's like name drop Reazo. And I have a chat with Rita tonight as well. So they think I'm good with them, which works to my advantage in terms of like trying to save you guys if we can flip the votes and work and get one of them out.
I also wasn't surprised that Tabitha was working with them, because when our team started, the Vigilantes, Tabitha kind of was working with Ty as well. So, that didn't come as a surprise to me. It does make the vote harder, however.
Because right now we have 4 on 3.
Exactly. Because Reazo is not with us.
I don't think so. And I know Dom voted me. I'm so sure it's either him or Reazo.
It was definitely Dom, and because you know how the Jason thing went down, right?
Yeah.
They were already voting against Susan, and that's the whole thing. I believe Dom, because remember Reazo and Dom were talking about working together.
And I thought it was Susan up until I talked to you. I was like, I think either it was Susan or Dom that voted me.
For Dom
and Dom kept saying it was Susan. And now that I've talked to you and I know that Susan wants to work with me and you and Mary, I'm like, okay,
listen,
that to me makes sense that he's full of shit.
Dom. It was 2 on Dom. That was Mary and Susan. Do I think that had she been here that week that it would have gone differently? Absolutely. She might have voted with them to send me home. Just because strategy, like I have made a lot of, I've been on the voting side of turning votes around, not intentionally, but I've been there. So one would say that that's a reason why they wouldn't want to sit next to me in the end.
So where's your head at going into this? Because Dom's safe, right? I'm thinking either Dom or Rita, and that's what I told Susan too.
Yeah, so Dom is safe. Obviously, I don't really care.
Or Reazo, because I know Dom said he's going to vote Reazo, but I also don't trust him.
Exactly.
But I also know the two of them, like, it's hard to say, but I think Reazo could go because he's like, yeah, he also switched on Ashleigh. He did say that. So he's like, he switched on Ashleigh, so I don't trust him. So I know Dom is gunning Reazo. I don't know how I feel about keeping Susan on, and I know Ashleigh and her like working together, so I know that could probably stir things up. Interesting shift of things. I'm just like, holy shit, I left for like one night and now it's just like things have completely changed. Like I was so surprised that Emily got voted.
Oh, were you not a part of that, or?
No, so yeah, that was like on Thursday. My flight had got bumped, and then I was like, okay, I was originally going to come in and be able to do like the chats and the voting and stuff, and then my flight got changed. So by the time I got home, I messaged Nick and I was like, dude, I'm sorry, like I can't make it. So yesterday when we came in, I'm like, wait, we're missing somebody, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, travel was last night, and I was like, whoa, we're missing somebody, and I was like, yeah, Emily went out, and I was like.
Well, it was the blind side. Reazo tricked me into blocking your vote because he said that you were a part of voting for whomever. And so, yeah. And then Emily got voted out. So someone like switched to vote and did something. Me and Dom were like, what?
Wow.
Yeah.
And so like I talked to Dom, and just because I was like, he's really the only person I haven't talked to know like where his head's at or anything. And Reazo, like, are you guys still like good with Reazo? Like, I know it sounds like he's playing the fence potentially. That's at least what Dom feels is like.
I'm not. I'm just gonna tell him straight up I don't trust him at this point. So it's kind of gonna be kind of every man for themselves. Me and Dom wanted to see where you were at, because Dom has immunity tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be able to be voted out. So it's going to be between probably Reazo, Susan, or maybe possibly you, because it seems like Ashleigh and Mary are pretty close.
That's what I feel too. Yeah.
They're not going to vote for each other. So. And at this point, I feel like they're just using definitely Susan and Reazo for pawns. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Like, so you feel this week I'm a target just based off of numbers, like from Ashleigh and
Well,
Rita?
I don't know, because I don't know where their head's at. I just know that it seems like Ashleigh and Mary are pretty close. So.
And I talked to Mary, and she's very like closed book. And I'm still like, I know Muggsy and Dar voted for me, and somebody's lying. So I'm like, there was still a third vote on me, and nobody said anything.
Reazo is pretty good at playing both sides, so
I feel like it was either Reazo or potentially Susan. That's kind of where I'm like,
well, they're all mad at me because I did call out Susan and Ashleigh for orchestrating the whole vote with Jason because it was just kind of like needed to be called out. And so like they're mad at me, which is fine. They like, Susan was like, you're showing your true colors, and I was like, whatever that means.
Wow.
I was like, I'm literally just calling you out on what you did, because here's like, for me, it's like I have not switched up on my team. So regardless if Susan feels like she's not a part of like the team that we were originally on, I've not voted Susan. I have not voted Reazo.
And talking to Dom and Rita, like I felt, I don't know, I kind of feel like the two of them working together and kind of like pushing everybody else out, I feel really good, like working with them is like an advantage. And just based off of some things that like Rita said to me, like I kind of feel like I can trust her. And I don't know, I kind of am surprised just to see and learn like firsthand Reazo playing kind of both sides. So there's been a lot of interesting stuff floating around.
A lot has happened. It's crazy.
I know, and I saw that Emily was voted out. I was like, what? Like
that caught me so off guard. Yeah, Tabitha is just like such a wild card, and I think everyone's a wild card. It's not just her. Like I'm stumped because I can't read. I'm not getting the same reads that I've been getting like the last 2-3 weeks. You know, like of course I got the information that a lot of those advantages are out of the game, but at what cost? You feel me? I lost my good app. I actually genuinely trust like Emily. I like talking to her, like working with her, so it kind of stings. And like when she was leaving, so she was like, "Damn, who?" Like I don't know. I don't know what the jury thinks of me, man.
Yeah. So like, really what happened with that whole thing?
I have no idea. Like I have to talk to Ashleigh tonight. I don't know. Like so here's what happened that round, right? I went to Ashleigh with information, and I told her, you need to play your advantage tonight because the numbers that you think are with you, they're not. Like Rita, Dom, Emily, even Susan were thinking, and you weren't there as well, so people didn't know where your vote was. So that was like another number that we were missing, right? Because you were in Vegas. So I told Ashleigh, I said that you might need to play your swap tonight to stay in the game.
Man, I think there's so much stuff that's floating around. Like it was interesting to hear that Reazo and Ashleigh are still kind of talking, because I know how she feels about him, and like there's been like misbroken trust and stuff. So I was really interested to hear that they were having a conversation. Where my head was at in the game last that we chatted was it was you and I, Emily, and then Rita, right? And so if there was any votes that were on Emily, like it would have been on the other side. But I also know, like I thought from like things that I had heard that like Emily was also trying to like see where like Ashleigh's head was at, and I thought that like they were trying to like work together, and I don't know, like the whole thing seems weird. And
that's what I thought as well.
Like after the whole thing with like Muggsy and Dar, when they went home, I know that like I know those 2 votes were on me. And then I know there was a third vote, and I was like, okay.
And I think that's Susan. I thought it was Susan.
Lying. I was like, it's either Dom or Susan. That's what I felt. It was either one of those two, because Dom was the only person I hadn't talked to. But
Tabitha, I'm gonna be real. Like, you might be the only person in this game that I don't see like untrustworthy, because me and you haven't had any issues yet. Because I genuinely went to Ashleigh last round trying to save her, so me, you, Ashleigh, and Emily work together.
Right.
Moving forward, so Rita and Dom are in the game, and now like they know I'm not with them. Like, bro, Rita, Dom, and Ashleigh are still in the game. I need those 3 out. I think me and you have to stick together. I think we should probably take out one of the stronger players this round.
That's what I'm thinking too. Reazo, I still feel I'm good with Reazo, but I mean at this point, like he could have formed, you know, connections with Dom and Rita. I don't know.
Dom and Rita, like if we really want to, here's what I'm thinking. I think next one-on-one, have you talked to Ashleigh yet tonight, or are you talking later to her?
I talked to her earlier.
What'd she say? Here's what I'm thinking. I think that before I even told her we all were talking about, I think that me, you, her, and Mary should just get together this round and vote one of them off, honestly. Rita or Susan. I'm preferably for me, Rita. Like, because Rita at the end of, like,
can I tell you something? Sure. I talked to Rita before I talked to you, and Rita can't get voted out this week.
For why?
I don't know. There's something that she has that I can't, not something she got in exile, but something that she has. She can't get voted out this week. She flat out told me, dude, she's like, I can't get voted out this week. So
I made a mistake too, because listen, I'm not getting voted tonight either. When I won my challenge, I got a low safety token that's only good for this round. I made a mistake telling Rita last round. I was like,
okay,
Rita,
so KK, really important because we have 2 more minutes. Who are you going to vote for this week? Because I know everybody's going to try and vote for you. So Dom's coming after you and Rita's coming after you. So between you and I, like Rita can't get voted out, and like, how is that going to change the game then? Because the only other people that are left is like Susan, Ashleigh.
You know what I'm going to tell Rita tonight? I'm going to tell Rita I'm playing my safety thing tomorrow at tribal, because she already knows I have it, so might as well.
I wouldn't tell her, because actually then
I'm telling her. I'm gonna tell her straight up, because if she wants to target me, I already know I'm safe tomorrow. I'm playing it regardless of if she says she's voting me or not. I'm playing it regardless. I think I lost the trust of Rita and Dom, even though I'm gonna explain to them later that I did vote with them, and I'm gonna bring up the swap, and I'm also gonna bring up that I have that immunity. I'm playing it tonight, apparently. So not tonight, tomorrow. So it's all a bluff, though. As you know, I don't have shit. I just got this empty pack of gum. So I'm happy, bro. I could talk to you. I just wanted to clear things up because I don't want no ill will. You know, I feel like the game is going through like a personal trajectory, and I just wanna. This is my opinion, though, but you know, I'm trying to just keep it all gameplay. But how are you feeling?
Well, honestly, I'm so glad that you said that, because to piggyback off of literally what you just said, the reason I didn't vote Rita was because I didn't understand why you told me to vote Rita. Because as I was doing my calculations about how I felt about the people who I was willing to vote for, Emily has always, like, on a personal level, I feel like Rita, yes, for some reason she doesn't like me, she's coming for me, whatever. But on a personal level, I don't have an issue with Rita. On a game level, I mean, on a personal level, I have no issue with anybody. On a game level, I had concerns about Emily.
And I understand that. Yep, I get that. And as you know, like obviously I was close with Emily, but I just think
I didn't even get a chance to ask you how. That was one of the questions.
Really? I was.
That was one of the things that I was going to ask you before everything was just thrown at me, and I was like, "Wait, what is going on?"
I get that, but I just talked to Tabitha. Like I cleared it up there. You know, we touched base. I did that. Like I genuinely wanted to save you, and I genuinely thought you were going like to get votes. I feel like just the energy shifted. Like I felt in control, and now I'm feeling like I have to do a little bit more just to get back to comfortable. Rita is a scary player, and I promised to you, like I was trying to save you last round. Like I wanted to work with you, and I still want to. I still am working with you, because Tabitha was like telling me you guys are like you're a little iffy if I'm still on board, but man, that was last round.
I was heartbroken. I'm like, what is going on? But you know, like on a game level, though, you're still not my target. You know.
No, but I get like I get where you, like that move coming in from you. Like obviously, like if I was in the same position, I would vote Emily as well. So that's a really good play.
Thank you. And I was so scared. I was like, I don't know if Reazo was with us.
No. I promise I'm with
like,
you.
Or maybe they're coming after me again this time.
I'm so scared. Rita's still in the game, and I know she's gunning Blaze after me. And Tabitha told me we can't vote Rita tonight. So
why?
She has apparently has an advantage.
So then why can't we just pretend like I'm still angry with you and we're voting you, and instead
we could do that. But what if she plays it just because?
Then someone tipped her off.
I messed up last round. Did I tell you about what I have? I told Rita first because I wanted Rita to get comfortable, because I thought she was going to be out of the game last round. So I told her this is what I had, and I wanted I had to pick a choice. So after my immunity win, right, Nick, my confessional was pick a number 1 through 3, and one of them has an advantage, and I picked the right one. So it's a little safety coin that's only good until this round. So I think I might just tell Rita straight up I'm playing it, so they don't, so I don't even have to use it, but we'll see.
Oh my god. Okay.
So who are you down to vote? Because we only have a minute left. Just tell me a name and I'm good.
What are the options? You're saying Rita
I was thinking, I told Tabitha, like, it sucks, but what if we voted Susan? I mean, I think that I could get Rita and Dom on board too, and it could just be an easy vote, hopefully. But I don't know. Let's just say if I survive this vote, I need a pat on the back.
Yeah. So I just spoke with Tabitha.
Yes.
So she might be. Huh?
I had talked to her earlier.
Okay. What was your guys' talk?
I mean, just basically kind of. I've said it's Susan, Mary, and Ashleigh. I told her Rizzo's kind of on the men's, but I feel like we can kind of still kind of guide him.
Sure.
Tabitha, like she's still down, kind of with where we at, because I told him like, I don't know how that vote got switched, but obviously Emily did vote for herself, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely voted for Ashleigh.
I definitely voted for Ashleigh.
Like, tape don't lie. But I told Tabitha, I said that one of them voted for you, and it's either Mary, somebody's lying, you know what I'm saying, over there.
So who do you guys think, because I know I'm not going to be here during that vote, who do you think would be more beneficial to vote out?
It's Ashleigh and Susan. Once we break them up, because Mary's kind of just...
Okay. Because I'm thinking Ashleigh. I think just taking her out, and if you guys can get Reazo to vote for her.
Rita was good. I think me and Rita are on the same page. Obviously, she's not able to vote. It's just kind of where we kind of fell where, I mean, I think we have trust with each other. Obviously, Emily going out was kind of nuts. It's just kind of like trying to base it on like, it's wins. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, with me and her, I feel like we understand each other. Reazo, I'm like, he's like young and all over the place. So I'm like, we can keep him understanding what we need to do, then we can just get to pass this round and kind of break up that 3-4 that they have. I think that'd be that's what I told Tabitha. It's gonna be split because they're gonna either try to go, they can't go me or you. It's either Reazo or Tabitha. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I think I could convince Reazo because he's playing both sides. So he kind of makes himself a target. So it's like, Reazo, hey, if you want to go smart, you obviously know, we know what you are, but if you want to continue, you got to do what this vote is. I don't think they can play any other cards now. So I'm sure that's what Ashleigh had. She must have been able to push the Emily vote. So if you take her out, boom. Susan, I'm not too worried about her and all of that, because then we'll be able to kind of handle it. I think Tabitha now kind of sees that she doesn't trust Susan, obviously, because she had talked to Jason. And I don't know, and I don't think she's thinking, I think she might think Reazo, but I told her I'm going to talk to Reazo so we can kind of manage that part.
I know people are gunning for me, and I know I'll be safe tonight, but I probably won't be safe in the future.
Congratulations.
Thank you. On what?
On you tricking Dom and I, man. You guys played a good game.
Hold on. I promise to you, whatever you think is not the case. Like, what do you think happened last round?
I mean, someone did a switch a vote. So regardless on who
I promise to you, I voted Ashleigh. Like 100%.
Well, I did too. So someone did a switch a vote.
There was a swap.
But so I'm like very on the fence with you. I'm not gonna lie, because it does seem like you've been playing both sides.
Yeah.
It's not to say that I won't trust you in the future, but I just don't know right now. But I do want to let you know, Dom has immunity, and then I have.
Well. Yep.
What's that?
You have immunity as well. I know.
It's not an immunity. It's a. I'm gonna be out, so I won't be able to vote, but you guys won't be able to vote me.
Oh, okay. So it's safety without power.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to be playing that next round. And so I just want you to keep in mind that Ashleigh and Mary are playing you and Susan as pawns until they get rid of you guys. So this next round, it's either going to
What if you don't play it? We vote together.
I'm
playing my safety coin, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think Reazo might be pulling what he pulled on Emily with me, but it's not going to work for me to use my advantage. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all playing safety.
But my thing expires this round, so I have to play it anyways.
I mean, I'm going to play it because next round, if I don't play it, I may not be here. So if I do play it, because it's like, I know Susan doesn't trust me after I called her out.
Ashleigh doesn't. Ashleigh and Susan are like the two that, are gun blazing after you. Like I have Rita. Like I have no, issue in the game with anybody. I think everyone's like great people.
I mean, well,
but
here's
I just
the
wish you
deal.
could trust me a little bit, man. Damn.
Here's the deal is like I have not switched up on our original team. So regardless if Susan does not trust me, I have not once voted for her.
Yeah.
I've not once voted for you. I've only voted for
And
the
likewise, I haven't voted for you either. Yeah.
So
Or
that's
Dom.
like that's my whole thing is Susan's mad because I called her out because what she did was really shady. And if regardless if she wants to take accountability for it or not, that's not my problem.
Dom's not getting votes tonight. I'm fine tonight, but it's just like I'm stumped on who to vote. Like
I would vote Ashleigh. She's the one that's calling all of the shots. Mary and Susan are going to be scattered after that. And if you want to get down to the numbers, me, Dom, and possibly Tabitha can be those numbers.
I know Tabitha could be, but it's just because I had a one-on-one earlier and she feels good with you.
Yeah.
But I don't know how.
Fine.
I don't know how good she feels with Ashleigh though. Like that's the thing.
She doesn't. She's not. She's on the fence with Ashleigh because she was actually very shocked when Jason got voted out too.
I think Reazo has to prove himself in order for me to trust him, because at this point, that's very up in the air.
I feel like everyone's playing me, man. I think everyone's against me.
Bro, well, what's up, man? I feel like you know.
I just got off the one-on-one with Rita. I was saying even if I lied about it, there was no reason for you to lie about it to Rita. So that makes no sense how there was only one vote Ashleigh. You feel me? Because I don't feel like you would lie to Rita about the vote.
No, I definitely voted for Ashleigh. I think Ashleigh had a card to play to switch the vote.
But she did. And I already know Rita's leaving Tribal. She already told me about it. She said she wants me to work with you and Tabitha this round to get one of them out. So, bro, if we don't get Ashleigh out, we're screwed.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I won. She's missing Tribal. Yeah, the goal is to get Ashleigh.
Dude, and she's playing, bro. And here's the thing, though, Dom. Tabitha is not with. I don't think she's with us, man.
Well, think about the votes then. Think about it. If it goes 3, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be voting you, and we definitely voting for Ashleigh, right? So them 3, right? Us. Tabitha's kind of the.
I don't think they're voting me because I got my They can't vote you, and I got like a safety thing too, so I'm playing it tonight. Yeah.
So if you use that, we can vote Ashleigh out then, because now your vote is safe. Because I'm definitely gonna vote for Ashleigh.
But Ashleigh knows I have it too. Ashleigh knows I have it too. So I'm trying to see like maybe can we just redirect it, like take maybe like Mary or Susan and just put 4 in that. Like I don't know, because bro, I think Tabitha would vote with them. Like I'm just like.
But if they do, who are they gonna vote for? If you said you can't, if you have that, Tabitha, then
they have no choice. They have no choice to vote.
They have no choice. So if you got that in your back pocket, then let's just get Ashleigh out. Because if me, you, and if it's just us 3 voting, and then they can't pick, then they're done.
But where he's at, I just don't know if he'll stick to that. If he sticks to what I said, then we can get it done. But now I think with the way these votes could be broken down now, it could be like a 2-2-1 type of thing, right? So if he sticks to it, and then it'd be curious to see how the vote will pan out now that I'm thinking about it, because I think this now puts more of the onus on either. I think it really points to the other 3 girls voting for Tabitha, in my opinion.
I talked to Tabitha yesterday, and she said she's good with all the other people on the other team too, so she wasn't knowing what to do actually.
Yeah, that's basically what she told me.
Yeah, so I don't know. She wanted to vote Rita, but I don't know what we should do. I mean, that's what she said anyway.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. Yep, that's exactly what she was saying to me too. So, honestly, I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good play. I'm just concerned, what if Rita has something else? So I think we should just all not be sure what to do.
Yeah. And I shouldn't use that thing, right? Hey.
When I joined the chat, they were like, "Oh, Susan was like, oh, do I have to use it?" And Ashleigh was like, "No, she doesn't have to use the swap a vote." So I'm like trying to figure out what's happening. Susan, I've never seen your tattoos before.
I know. I was looking at them.
I always have sweatshirts on. Yeah.
You look badass.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, what are we thinking about tonight? It's a short night, like.
I know we don't know what the heck. I don't know.
Yeah. And Susan, I feel like I gave Susan a lot of good information, but whatever I said is still just like the same reaction. Like nothing really open there. It's just like neutral. Actually, our chat was probably the most clear, and that's not saying much because we didn't really even get a name out. So it's like, yeah, my chats with Rita and Dom were like,
Yeah.
Because Tabitha came to me and she was like, yeah, they're playing you, and they were saying basically the opposite thing. So what's happening?
I know. That's why I was so disheartened, because
I might just have to play my thing tonight, honestly. I mean, it expires next round, but
yeah, I don't know I don't know.
I'm just gonna play my.
I would have voted Dom, but
yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like with him getting the immunity,
yeah,
and me essentially working with everyone else, I feel like I only have.
Yeah, because actually, here was their argument yesterday. They were saying that basically you and I'm not trying to come off as aggressive. I'm just telling you what they said because I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm saying that they were saying that you were using me and Susan as pawns in the game. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just telling you what they said. That's what Dom said to me and Rita.
And see, that's why I'm like, these kind of games just remind me of the kinds of people that are out there, and like this is why I stay close to home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cause I don't feel that. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way.
I don't feel that way, but I wish we can get on the same page tonight. Like I just want to vote someone out, but I don't know who.
If I make it past this vote again, like last time, I'm truly thankful for the experience. If not, then it's been fun, and I'm just going to vote using the same mentality that I've been using. I've been the same here as I am at home, and none of those ladies have given me a reason to say their names. And even though Reazo told me he may have an advantage of some sort, and me doing this may be the reason I go home, I have to vote the way I'm gonna vote.
I know everyone has their own agenda though, so it's a game at the end of the day. But
yeah, and then Reazo, you keep really shocking me. You really keep surprising me with how you keep twisting and turning things.
But no. I wanted to tell you that I'm trying to be open as possible. Like I'm not gonna hold it. I'm not gonna hold that information from you and just think about it. Like I want to talk about things.
It's just you already know.
Well, I know they don't like me. I mean, they don't like me. So.
Well, that's the thing, Reazo. You know how I feel about Susan. Mm-hmm. I told you the other day I would not say Susan. I'm like, no, I wouldn't say Susan.
So I'm just
so for you to even say that, to even bring that information back, it's upsetting, and it's like. It's like not like you saying like I didn't
mean to upset you. I just wanted to tell you what they said.
I know that's not true. I know that's not true. So yeah, I mean not from you. I mean I know you're saying the truth, Reazo, but I mean they're just lying.
Yeah, and Reazo, that's where it's disheartening for me. Is because when you say it, it's like some part of you is not sure whether to believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? And that for me is what's disheartening.
Like I talk a lot of like strategy in my confessional, as you all see, but I don't personally go out and when Susan was getting attacked, I stood up for her. When Muggsy said all these bad things about Muggsy, when you asked her at Tribal what people think, I stood up. Tabitha, same thing. So like I don't know where I stand in this game, bro. I'm just trying to be myself, be positive, and I hope that I make it to the end.
What up, y'all?
What's up, Dom?
Hey, Dom.
Happy Sunday.
My bad, Ashleigh. I didn't mean to make you upset.
No, you didn't make me upset. It was just know like that there are people out there with different agendas.
Hey,
Mary, with her negative energy is willing to lie and scheme in order to get the win.
Okay. Do the three of us?
Well, it's Survivor. We got to remember it's Survivor, right? Like.
Oh, it is. It definitely is, and that's the whole. And that's why I'm just like I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still in it. But it's just like Reazo was saying, draining as a person. It's just like.
That's how I felt all yesterday.
And I'm not gonna vote for Reazo, even though I should, because I'm sure Ashleigh and Mary are going to. But I'm not. I told him from day one that I had his back. So
I said, what was going on with you and Ashleigh?
Bro, I'm just trying to talk strategy, but it's like, I don't know. People aren't talking strategy with me, man. I just brought up something that happened in the game already, and I don't know.
She spazzed out?
Not spazzed out. Not at me, but it's just like I feel bad because like I don't want to do anyone wrong. I might as well just, bro. I don't know.
Rez, you got 2 minutes left.
You think I should play my thing tonight, bro?
Shit, yeah. I think you should.
I'm playing my, bro.
Dom worked out something with Reazo that as long as Reazo votes in the way that Dom said, that was all I got.
So yeah, it expires next round, but I don't feel safe tonight at all. Like I might as well just do it because no one's told me like an actual name, and I know you're safe, Dom. I know, you know, we don't have many options. Like it's final.
That's what I'm saying. It's like straws and things. That's what I'm saying. The vote could be like 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, it's just kind of like.
But a lot of people are saying my name this round, so we'll see. I'm probably going to be in Ponderosa though. So Emily, if you're watching this, I had no idea you were going home. And Muggsy, I'm sorry too. Nothing was personal. It's all a game, but it just sucks, you know, going 23 nights and falling short potentially, most likely.
I mean, at this point, to get this far after what we started with, remember, like we had these people, like we had first people in our video, and then we didn't see them again. So it's just like to turn around, like this just went like that.
Yeah.
When Nick told me that, I was like, damn, I'm about to get on too. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, everyone's just so cool in their own ways too. So, you know, even if, you know, most of us aren't gonna win, but at least we could take away the, you know, the experience.
Yeah.
At least for me personally, because I'm young, so I just met like, you know, 15 other people that are so unique in their own ways.
That was crazy because I was just sitting there thinking about it today, and I'm like, how did I end up doing this? I told myself I would never go on like an elimination, anything where other people have to decide how long, you know, and I found myself on it anyways, and I'm like enjoying every bit of it, every second of it.
Everybody, good luck tonight. I have no idea who I'm voting, but you know, next round, hopefully we figure it out. I don't know. I'm just gonna write down a name.
Yeah.
But it's not as simple as that. Everyone knows it's not as simple as that though.
Yeah, I'm
Hey. Sorry, Rita.
All right, Riz. Hey, Reazo. You know
I'm playing it. I'm playing it, bro. I don't care.
And then you vote how we told you.
Okay.
Do what I told you.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see. Hopefully it goes, you know.
No, just do what.
Man, I'm just trying to save my ass. I don't know. I try to drop it in like, you know, very subtle the last 2 nights, but I don't know if they believe me. I mean, I think they do because Dom was like in Shack Chat, and Shack Chat, he was like, Reazo, like, play it and stick to the plan. So I'm hoping that they think I have one. Are they going to split? I don't know. Why would they? Actually, no. That actually could be an issue. They split. They do 2-2-2 and it's revote. But I'm just going to have to go with my intuition tonight.
And I don't know what the two of them were talking about, but that's where I feel like Reazo is trying to like work with me.
It's probably because they don't trust Mary. It's probably because they don't trust Mary.
Reazo said last night that he was going to have a chat with Ashleigh, and he's like, no, I told Ashleigh to play her thing to swap the vote. And he's like, and Ashleigh thinks that like I'm out to get her. And I said, well, honestly, I said, like, it feels like you're kind of playing like both sides right now. And he was like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know about like Dom and about Rita. Honestly, I think at this point it's like any man's game. Like I know definitely Dom is a target. Like he even said he's a strong player, but he keeps having immunity. I know Susan's kind of been like passed around her name and stuff. Honestly, Reazo was not like one of my number ones or even somebody that I would have considered targeting. But after some of the stuff that like Ashleigh told me and how he's playing both sides, and then after tonight, like, you know, he's telling like you know, Rita's like, oh, like Reazo said that, you know, like we're gunning for him and stuff. Like I now know that he's kind of playing both sides.
You know, I don't know, but it's gonna be on them since they're all 4 very close, or the people that are gonna be voted out are very close, so that they're gonna have to determine that. And it'll be interesting to see who they vote out since they are all very loyal to each other.
No, Rita is having issues, so I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll see. Now, some of the jury is watching tonight. You could say hi, but they can't say hi back, I'm sure.
Oh, what up, Jerry?
Muggsy's probably giving middle fingers as
Jay Muggsy, hey.
I guess we'll start with you, Susan. How are you feeling after last week's vote? Went a little wild, a little chaotic. How do you feel after last week?
It was quite different. I mean, I don't know really what happened. I don't know. All I know is I voted for Dom. Dom knows it. I keep saying I'm voted for Dom, and I did.
Dom, how are you feeling after last week's vote?
I mean, last week was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that was nuts. You know what I'm saying? So that was like you know, like every show, there's like that twist. And you know, when the suspense music comes in, that was last week. It was a loss for words for all that switch. You know what I'm saying? It'll be great to watch it back when everything gets done. But yeah.
Well, let's move on to you, Ashleigh. How are you feeling after last week's vote?
Oh man,
I was shooketh. I mean, just 4 votes on the one person. It was like shocking.
Reazo, after last week's vote, how do you feel about this week?
Man, this week is very uncertain. I don't know. I feel puzzled, honestly. I'm thinking about maybe playing something tonight just because I don't know what's going on. Like, I have no idea. So it's just like, we'll see, we'll see.
Tabitha, playing catch-up, being gone the last vote, how has that been for you? How are you waiting through everything you missed?
I'm shocked. Like, honestly, just some of the chats that I've had, I was surprised to see what had actually went down. And I'm like, at this point, I don't fucking trust anybody. I think there's a lot of people that are lying.
Really?
I think there's a lot of people that are talking shit. And coming back into this, it's like, it's any man's game. And I think it's just like every man for himself at this point. I think that, yeah, it's shocking. And I don't know how tonight's going to go down. But at this point, nothing else needs to amaze me.
Well, Dom, I know you feel safe winning your 3rd immunity out of the last 4 at the merge, right?
Yeah, like I said, for me, it's everything I'm thinking is like, it's winning. I go home. You know? I like it every challenge like that, especially like, so just got to keep winning. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game.
Tabitha, what do you feel like your position is on this tribe now?
Honestly, I don't know. I've had a lot of interesting conversations, and again, there's things that have been said to me. There's things that I feel that are not being said. I don't know. There's like a part of me that feels safe, but there's also a part of me that there's been some things that have been brought to my attention that have raised a lot of questions.
Yay.
How are you feeling tonight?
Oh, I'm good. I'm always good. Come on.
So you're feeling nice and safe tonight?
I mean, even if I wasn't feeling safe, it's a game, and I'm not going to make it easy for someone, so.
Susan, how are you feeling about tonight's vote?
I love the way Rita's always so happy. It's like she's always laughing and she's always happy. I'm feeling okay. I mean, if I don't know, like, let's see, whatever happens. I mean, it's a game, yeah, right? It's a game.
Reazo, why are you shaking your head?
I feel like no one's like being very direct this round. It's like a lot of animosity in the air, and yeah, it's like very not alarming, but it might be alarming next round when I'm not safe. You feel me? So it's like strange, but I'm seeing like what's really happening.
I don't know. I didn't feel any tension in the air. There's no tension coming from I see, and that's the thing that makes me concerned, because the fact that I don't feel all the tension and all these things that are being said, I'm wondering who's saying them and who are they being said about, where are they coming from, what's the validity behind them.
Yeah, I think it just varies like person to person, the tension levels and who's like seeing what, because there is a lot of information in the game that people don't know about, and there's a lot of information in the game that I might not know about, or like Dom might not know about. So the stress levels and like the alertness like might be different for some people. Like someone's blinkers might be going off tonight, or someone might be just feeling good because
listen, for me,
lots of scheming last time. to finish the question that was asked of me. I definitely seen a lot of scheming before the last vote, which is why everything went down the way it went. Because
like for me, I feel like
wasn't
I've like said my truth, and if like people have any animosity towards me, then they could say it. It's not going to offend me, and I already know I'm a target.
Honestly, if we're being honest, if you were my target, it would have been you instead of Emily. Just saying.
Yeah, to me, Emily was the most random one.
So that's the whole point. Like wherever this animosity is coming from, it's not. Actually has nothing to do with tension or animosity.
Yeah, who voted for Tabitha? Just the third person who voted for Tabitha. Like we need to, somebody needs to.
Who actually voted for Tabitha?
That's the I'm.
Somebody like
Tabitha.
I know. Voted me.
Wait.
Does anybody want to volunteer to
somebody say that shit? Because that's just been on my head. Like
Tabitha. Who do you think voted for
Muggsy for the round that you got voted
yes.
for?
Okay, if you're gonna be talking shit, okay, I know Muggsy voted me, and I know Dar voted me.
Right.
And there's been talk that Susan voted me, and there's been talk that Dom's voted me, and there's been talk that Reazo's playing both sides, and there's been a whole shitload of talk.
I vote for Dom every time. He knows it.
What I mean is somebody's lying because
you guys know we're gonna run it back.
Yeah, we missed a vote, and I'm with Rita. If somebody has to say something, like it's all good. But at the end of the day, we're like doing this right now.
Tribal is winding down, and Rita's so laggy. I don't know if she's still using an advantage tonight. So
Yes.
Rita's going to have. Okay.
I am using an advantage.
All right, Rita does have the safety without power advantage, which means she is leaving Tribal. She will not get to vote, but you also cannot vote Rita out tonight.
So Tabitha,
Rita,
I will definitely not be voting you because I have never voted for you.
Right, for now, Rita, you must leave.
Maybe I should use my advantage. Maybe.
Well, I don't know what advantage you have, but if you have it, I don't think you should use it at the moment. Any last questions for each other? Because the vote is coming.
I just wanted to ask Tabitha, who do you like personally? Just you, like completely open. Who do you think voted for you that round? Just like not like who do you think that third vote was?
In the Muggsy round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with Dar and Muggsy. There's two people, but now I'm like there could potentially be one more, but there's two people that it's like between two people it's like it was Susan, it was Dom, and then your name's also been floating around me right now, Reazo, but like I don't know, but I know somebody's lying, but
I just wanted to know that before the vote.
Voting for Ashleigh. I just think she's competition wise, I think she's just one of the stronger players. And I think she actually has a good hold on Mary and Susan.
I sadly vote Reazo because at this point, I can't trust him. And Rita's gone, Dom has immunity, and I can't bring myself to say the other four ladies' names.
I'm gonna vote for Ashleigh just because I have to. I have no other option. Like I'm hoping that Dom plays something maybe because like it made no sense for Rita to leave Tribal tonight if she wanted to vote with me and Dom. So I'm hoping that there's an extra vote. I know that Susan didn't use her swap a vote. So yeah, I'm voting Ashleigh. It's nothing personal.
I'm still voting for Reazo, and that because, well, the reason being that feels like he's playing both sides.
Okay, Tabitha, because I know she's gonna vote for me, and I know Dom is too. So, and she said she doesn't trust anybody now, so that's why.
I feel like we were good up until now, but yeah, just after some conversations.
All right, I have the results. If anybody has an advantage and wants to use it, now would be the time to do so.
Anyone want to go before I say something? No. Nick, I have 2 more rounds to use this thing, and I'm hoping that I could just trust who I think told me the truth this round. So I'm gonna save it for next round, but let's see.
First vote is for Ashleigh. Next vote is for Reazo. Next vote is for Tabitha. Next vote is for Ashleigh. Next vote is for Reazo. One vote left. The next player voted out of Online Survival 4 is Reazo. Reazo, you have been voted out.
Reazo, what are you doing?
Reazo, before you say, well, you can say your last words, but don't leave quite yet.
Okay. You guys are all great players. It was so fun to play with you guys. I had a blast. No hard feelings, nothing personal at all. It's all gameplay. And yeah, just thank you for the experience. It was so nice to meet all of you guys. Can't wait to vote for one of you guys at the end to win, for sure.
All right, Reazo, you can actually stay and watch because the night is not over.
Oh, it's double.
Tonight is indeed a double elimination. What? We are about to play an immunity right here, right now. So I need everybody to please grab some pen and paper. Before we begin, if you remember in the last challenge, people got to either play for that immunity or play for a future safety. Most people played for that immunity, but a couple people did play for this future safety. That person will be automatically safe.
I can't hear anything.
But I'm not going to say who that is until after. You have to try and be in the majority of who the question, the answer is. So say I were to say, who do you like the most? And they all said Dom. Then if Dom is the majority, then everybody would get a point. Whoever is in the majority does indeed get the point. It's not looking good for Rita in this challenge. We are going to have to begin without her, I suppose. Which of the 6 players has yet to live up to their full potential? Please show your answers now. Susan, Mary, you didn't answer on time. Susan, you're the majority, so Tabitha, Dom, Mary all get a point. Which of the 6 is the most annoying?
Oh gosh.
Ashleigh, Dom, Susan. It's a tie. Nobody gets a point. Out of the 6, who would you hate to see win the game the most? Out of you 6.
Gosh. No.
All right, please show me your answers. Dom. Everyone gets a point except for Mary. Damn, Dom.
Hey, I mean, if you win 3 challenges in a row, I mean.
Who out of the 6 left has the best chance of winning the game? Dom, Mary, Ashleigh, Dom. That's a tie. Nobody gets a point. Who out of the 6 does not deserve to still be in the game?
Oh my god. Okay. This is
Please show your answers.
This is not how I feel, but I need points.
Susan. What is your answer, Susan? Dom. Susan. So Tabitha, Dom, Ashleigh get points. All right, next question. Who out of the 6 is the best strategist? Please show your answers. Mary, Ashleigh, Susan, Ashleigh. It looks like Ashleigh is a majority. Who out of the 6 is the most emotional? Please show your answers. Tabitha, Ashleigh, Susan. Ashleigh is the majority this time. Susan, Ashleigh, Mary. Next question. Who out of the 6 is the most gullible? All right. please show your answers.
I'm voting for myself here.
Mary, Ashley, Susan. Need an answer, Susan.
Myself.
All
Susan.
right, that is a point for Susan, Tabitha, Dom. Who out of the 6 has the biggest ego? All right, please show your answers. Dom. Everybody says Dom. It gives Dom immunity for the 4th out of 5th time at the merge. The vote is probably about to get interesting because the person who took the risk and won the points was Rita. So Rita is also safe. Dom and Rita are safe. You cannot vote for Dom or Rita. Rita will still be voting via text. Everybody else, you can discuss this quickly, but I will need your vote via text in the next few minutes.
We're getting to the end now.
It is getting to the end. I felt like that last the vote before that.
Exactly. Reazo, I can't believe he didn't use it. Like that's him, Dar. Like that's gonna be the funniest thing I just had to say. Like how you got a card and you're like, I'm not gonna play. Who voted for Tabitha? Can I try to say that? Who voted for Tabitha? Can you get that out now? Did somebody say that?
You said what?
I said, who voted for Tabitha?
Who voted for me?
Yeah, last round. Who's
who
voting
voted for Tabitha last round? That's exactly.
So something that I just want to say is like Dom had immunity. So Susan saying that like she kept voting for Dom, and like Ashleigh, we've had conversations, and Mary, like we've only had like a handful of conversations. So it's either like Mary or Susan, but I don't know. Like, yeah, I think that's bullshit. Because how can you vote for Dom if he's had immunity? Like it just doesn't, And I've not talked to Susan, so. I mean, I don't know. I get that she's in with Ashleigh, but I still feel like it could potentially be Susan. I don't know. I'm confused. But after what Reazo said to me in Tribal, now I'm like, did he vote me?
Like
so
for like 10
Susan, did you vote me? Because Dom had immunity, so you couldn't vote for Dom. So if you voted for me, it's all good. I just want to know. I'm just curious now that we're at the end.
I did the last time, yeah. After you said
so you lied.
I didn't lie. I just told you I voted for you.
You saying the last one? No, Susan, she wants to know about the Muggsy vote.
This is the first time you said that you voted me out, and you told me that you voted Dom out, and Dom said...
You're saying the Muggsy vote, though? Susan, you voted for her for the Muggsy vote?
Yeah, Susan kept saying she voted for Dom, and there you go. Like, you voted me out, and you lied.
She was saying this last vote, she voted
Dom, how could I vote for Dom when Dom had immunity?
Exactly. Dom had immunity, and you kept saying in the last round, you kept saying that you kept voting for Dom, and Dom had immunity, so Dom couldn't be voted out.
I voted for Dom every other time, and then I just voted for you again, so.
Dom has had immunity 3 times.
Yeah,
so
I know.
He couldn't be voted out. So who did you vote last round, and who did you vote out?
Right now, I just voted for you 3 times now.
Okay, so you lied. So.
Well, yeah, I didn't say anything. I never said anything.
No, you said the last round that you kept voting for Dom, and Dom was asking...
How would I have voted for Dom when he had immunity?
Exactly, but that's what you said last round. And in conversations with Ashleigh and Mary, you flat out told me to my face that you wanted to work with me, and this whole entire time you voted me out.
How do you? It's called survival.
There's my vote, flat out. Nick, there's my vote. I'm voting Susan because she...
I just voted you too, so... That's all good.
Well, the votes will still have to come via text in about a minute.
Oh.
I already sent a text, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to be texting? Oh.
Yeah, let me get my phone.
I'm sorry.
Well, Dom, I appreciate your honesty because, a lot of people told me that for sure it was you that voted me out.
That's what I'm saying.
We had conversations, and I never talked to you, and I was like, it's either Susan then or it's Mary. I was like, it could be Dom, but I don't think so, but...
I definitely thought it was Dom for sure. I'm not even gonna say I didn't. I definitely thought because Dom was already scheming with me and Mary. I had already seen you scheming. I was like, this has Dom written all over it.
Well, it's interesting because now the truth comes out of like who you can and cannot trust.
It's a game.
Oh no, it is. But that's why I'm just curious, like why it was even a big deal to say it. But Dom had immunity, so I knew it was either you or Dom that was lying.
We gotta move on to the vote. Please vote via text. First vote is for Susan. The next vote is for Tabitha. The next vote is for Ashleigh. The next vote is... I actually forgot. For Ashleigh. The next vote is for Susan, with one vote left. The next player, watching Reazo and Emily's faces is killing me right now. The next vote is for Susan. Susan, you have been voted out.
It's all
Any
good.
final words?
Nope. See you at the end.
I don't even know. Like I you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like.
I think he was fishing for information.
I think that's like damn everybody.
Sway Tabitha.
Tabitha's. I feel like now with the whole Susan thing, I feel like me and Tabitha have a good relationship.
Yeah, girl, you're on the chopping block.
Hello.
Hi. You voted against me, Reazo. Admit it.
Muggsy, listen, right?
I'm excited to converse with my fellow jurors and figure out, like who's played the best game.
I was too hard on Dom a little bit, I'll admit.
Mary's making moves.
Okay,
you
yeah.
mention her. That's me.
You can be Team Mary. That could be an argument point of like Mary. No one's talking about Mary. She's not on anyone's radar. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, she's not on anyone's radar for a reason because what has she done?